So Ronnie, do you have a memory of what your favorite Christmas present was?
Most definitely, and it's really kind of weird. And there are a lot of indicators about me from a very early age that I was artistic and all that. Do you remember, Grandma and Grandpa, we lived with them. And I used to always watch a TV show with Grandma. I think I was afternoon kindergarten, but I could see the show before. It was As the World Turns.
I used to watch that too.
With Grandma, and I loved it. I loved watching that. And back then, there was a character, and I think she's still on it. Eileen Fulton played Lisa. She was the beautiful, wild
I remember
thing.
her.
And this was before she was married and had a million husbands, we know she has now. But I remember she was like, I think she was pregnant or something, and had run away. And I remember my heart just going out to her, and I just thought, this poor, beautiful, dramatic woman, and I loved that character. I loved Lisa. And so I think I was about 6 or 7, and I begged Mom and Dad for a Lisa doll.
There's a Lisa doll?
I wanted one. And I remember going on and on. I didn't want a Barbie. I didn't want a G.I. Joe. I wanted a Lisa doll because I loved her. And I liked playing with your dolls, as you know. And I wanted one. And I remember I didn't get it that... Yes, I did. We were opening the presents. And, there was a shape, kind of like a Barbie container shape. And I opened it up. And it was just some generic Barbie that they had written, on it, Lisa.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
And I loved that doll. It was really, really, really... I was so happy that I got my Lisa doll. And I don't think I was bright enough back then, right, to figure that it really wasn't a Lisa doll. I didn't know if they really had them or not. But I think what was so neat is that my parents got me a doll.
Yeah.
And got me the doll I wanted. They made one up. That's pretty special.
So they were trying
They
to
did want to make us happy.
make you happy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was a really special present. And it was my best memory.
The favorite doll that I remember getting was really special. And I didn't think Mom and Dad could ever afford to get it for me. There was a doll named Chatty Cathy. And
I remember your Chatty Cathy.
She talked to you.
Yes.
And that was on my Christmas list when I was probably 6 or 7 years old. And I'm like, well, I put it, Santa maybe can afford it, but Mom and Dad can't.
Buddha, that's not your toy. My sister's not your toy.
So they knew I wanted Chatty Cathy.
Yeah.
And one day the doorbell rang, and Mom went to answer it, and there was a Chatty Cathy on the doorstep. And
was this near Christmas or?
Yeah, it was right before Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah, so Santa came early to our
Santa
house.
came early.
And you remember you pulled a little string and she'd say, I love you.
Yes.
Or please feed me.
You'd pull the string and, I love you.
And it turns out that some neighbors down the road knew that I really, really wanted that Chatty Cathy doll.
Oh.
And so they bought it because they knew our family couldn't afford it. And left it on the doorstep and ran.
That
Isn't
is a beautiful Christmas
spirit?
story.
That's
that
holiday
is
spirit.
neat. Yeah. And I think one of the neatest things about this last Christmas with our family is, we started, wait a minute, I have to touch this.
Okay.
Do you remember what embarrassed us every year? And especially our big brother.
What do you remember?
I remember it's an old, by the way, you said earlier you liked my sweater. Do you know whose sweater this is, where it came from?
I'm guessing Norway.
It did come from Norway. We're 100% Norwegian, so it celebrates our heritage. I feel like a middle-aged Minnesotan now wearing it, and I'm okay with that.
And you are.
Yeah, and I am.
So.
Mom gave it to me after Dad died.
I didn't know that.
This is Daddy's sweater.
Dad had?
Yeah.
He never wore sweaters.
He never wore sweaters, so it's in great condition.
Yes, it is.
But he had a Norwegian sweater, so it's an authentic Norwegian sweater from Dad.
Neat.
Yeah, it's very
I
neat.
didn't know he had one.
I know, I didn't either. He never wore anything like that.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, what were we going to talk about? I was going somewhere else. Oh, okay. The most embarrassing thing, a Norwegian tradition.
Walking around the Christmas tree?
Holding hands in front of the picture window in a circle, walking in a circle, singing the Christmas carols.
But see, there were barely enough of us to even reach to walk around the tree because there weren't.
And our hands would be far outstretched.
Right.
We were little who's from Whoville, wee hoo wahoo, Yeah, so glad it's Julie
Well.
Yeah. It was fun, though. I mean, as a little kid, I kind of liked it. And then you start hitting 10, you are embarrassed because the whole neighborhood is seeing you do that.
They're all watching through.
And you didn't ever see anyone else doing that. But then again, how often was I walking around the neighborhood on Christmas Eve looking in windows?
There you go.
So I don't know.
Pretty safe.
Maybe everyone did it.
I doubt it.
I don't think so.
I've never heard of anyone that's done it.
I know. And then, okay, the meal. Always spare
Christmas Eve.
ribs. Yes.
Christmas Eve.
Spare ribs.
Now you would not think of that as a Norwegian tradition.
No. But we
Spare
always
ribs.
had spare ribs.
And lutefisk.
And lutefisk. And it
Right.
stunk. And to this day, I've never tried it. I
It
can't
smelled
do
too
it.
bad to try it. I
It
had to
smells
leave
way
the
too bad.
house
Hey, you.
when they were cooking.
No. Boo-boo. Okay, sorry.
It's like whenever they put the lutefisk in the pot, I'd be like, I need to go ice skating.
Yeah,
Come
I need to get out of
Let me
here.
know when you're done.
And we never, we ate, and everything was always pretty late.
Yeah.
Did Mom just not ever have the day off?
I don't
No,
think she
back-
had many days off before Christmas.
She worked
so she was
hard.
always working.
Yeah.
We had off.
And we'd eat, we'd have to clean up completely, dishes done,
And the kids
no
had
dishwasher.
no problem volunteering to do
No,
dishes
we
Christmas
volunteered
Eve because it
easily
would
that
help
night.
make opening presents come
Because
quicker.
Mom and Dad never had anything wrapped till Christmas Eve.
No.
And then we'd wait for, it seemed like hours, and I think it was.
I think one time we almost fell asleep waiting.
It was
for
like
the
after
gifts.
midnight a lot of times that we'd be opening our presents.
Yep.
And Christmas Eve was the big deal at our house. And then Christmas morning was the cute little stocking things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I did believe in Santa Claus.
Yeah, I think I did too.
I don't really remember if I really believed or not. Do you?
I must have believed in the spirit of it. I mean,
Yeah.
I never questioned it really.
I think in our household, though, it was very clear what Christmas was about, the birth of Jesus. Because we always read from the Bible and the Christmas story, the Luke one, I think.
Yep.
And the older kids would read that. It was usually Connie that,
I think when we were older, we tried to do Christmas a little earlier so we could go to the 11 o'clock candlelight service.
Yeah.
And I love that. I remember one Christmas.
Yeah, that was
It
pretty.
ended, the last song, they sing Silent Night a cappella.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a great way to end
Yeah.
the service. And then we walked outside and it was snowing lightly.
Oh, that was pretty. I do remember that.
And you could kind of hear the snow crunching as you're walking to your car.
Yeah.
That was great.
That is cool.
That was great.
That is cool. The new tradition that I love that our family started last year, and actually it was our combination idea. It was, the nieces and nephews, we always buy for them, and as a result, to save money, then their parents just buy for you and I, okay, because we don't have kids.
Right.
And that would even out. And, the kids are all pretty old now. And I was like, why are we doing this? We don't need things.
Mm-mm.
And it's always kind of bugged me, the whole gift thing. Because, first of all, I don't want anyone picking me out any decor for my home. I'll pick that out myself, thank you. And clothes.
Yeah, they probably won't get it right.
Right. I'm not picky. And, it's just, it doesn't seem to really be about the holiday. And we talked about, let's change that. And we did. Mm-hmm. That we now, in all the brothers and sisters, mom, dad, everything. Hey! Buddha! Come here, Buddha. Buddha, come. Or Minnie, come. Come on, I'll protect you. Yeah. That, the whole tradition now, nope. You go with Auntie Sondra. The whole tradition now is about giving to a charity. We found a really neat one. And we are able to contribute lots of money because that's where the family's giving now. And it was actually St. Nick's Fund. Mm-hmm. And our sister found that, our other sister, not BJ, but the other one, found that. And it's a fund from the public school system that buys presents, helps parents that are unfortunate in their monetary situation, get some kids some really neat presents. And because when you're a kid, the presents do mean a lot.
They do.
But, when it gets to a certain point, let's move on. And then the money that's left over then helps pay for their medical expenses.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. And I just want to increase that and maybe even someday have our family be even more about the spirit of Christmas and do some actual volunteerism.
Oh, I've
and
always
encourage
wanted to do
that.
You
Yeah.
know, to go somewhere and
Right.
help out or serve a meal
Right.
or
Right.
wrap presents or
Yeah, I hope
more
that.
active.
'Cause I think the more that we do that sort of thing as a community, as a family, the more we're going to come close to that whole idea of peace on earth. You know, when you get yourself out there and you actually give from your heart without expecting a return, maybe our little dream of the little drummer boy and David Bowie could come true. Do you think?
I think it can.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
That'd be wonderful. We'll have to think of a new song for Mama this year.
Yeah. Think of that. Wonder what she'd like.
We'll have to give it
She'd
some
be
thought.
happy with anything we sing.
I know. I know. And wasn't it neat to have no one break down or have any dysfunction?
Yeah.
Go, family, go. It's getting better and better. Well,
moving in the right direction.
Thanks so much for coming back into town for Christmas.
Oh, I'm so glad I could be here this year.
Yeah. I love you, by the way.
And I love you.
And thanks for reconnecting. We're like kids again.
I love it. It's great.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Every child must be made aware. Every child must be made to care. Care enough for his fellow man to give all the love that he can. I pray my wish will come true for my child and your child too. He'll see the day of glory, see the day when men of goodwill live in peace again. Peace on earth, can it be?
Pretty thing, isn't it?